In a big breaking, the Supreme Court has struck down the electoral bonds as unconstitutional. The Supreme Court, in a unanimous verdict, declared the electoral bond scheme unconstitutional, emphasizing the right to information and freedom of speech. The bench rejected government's argument against disclosing political party funding, stating that such information is vital for electoral choices. The court also struck down the amendments to the Information Technology Act, Companies Act and Representation of People Act as unconstitutional. And here are 7 key takeaways from the verdict. Number 1. Amendments made to the Finance Act to enable the electoral bond scheme as unconstitutional. 1. 2. Electoral bond scheme violates the voters' right to know. Scheme is violative of the right to information of citizens under Article 19(1)(a). Third one. Curbing black money cannot be accepted as a justified reason for lack of transparency in political funding. Further, electoral bonds is not the only means available to curb black money in political funding. Number 4. SBI should stop issuance of electoral bonds with immediate effect. And number 5. SBI shall provide all details of the electoral bonds purchased, including the date of purchase of each of the electoral bond, the name of the purchaser and the denomination of the electoral bond to the ESI, the Election Commission of India, within 3 weeks from today. Number 6. Election Commission of India shall publish all the details of the electoral bonds that have been purchased by March 13, 2024. And number 7. Electoral bonds that haven't been yet cashed should be returned to the SBI, subsequently returned to the donor. For anyone unfamiliar with electoral bonds, here's a quick story of what it is. Electoral bonds function as promissory notes, like allowing citizens and Indian entities to purchase them from the State Bank of India, SBI, and contribute anonymously to political parties. Issued in denominations of rupees 1,000, 10,000, 1 lakh, 10 lakh and up to 1 crore, these bonds are specifically meant for political donations. The Union government defended electoral bonds, stating that the scheme prioritizes confidentiality for combating black money. And more importantly, the donors can remain anonymous. The anonymity feature extends to both the donor's name and the source of the bonds, and political parties are not required to disclose the origins. While the bonds offer income tax exemptions for voluntary contributions to political parties, critics argue that the system lacks transparency and goes against the constitutional principles, creating an anonymous alternate channel for political funding. The court noted that the system offers, and I quote, selective anonymity, creating an information hole regarding the donors. The bench criticized the Election Commission of India for lacking up-to-date data on the electoral bonds and instructed it to submit details of contributions received by the political parties through these bonds till September 30 in a sealed cover within 2 weeks from now.